Well, good morning, everyone. Here we are on Tuesday morning. Yay, Tuesday! And we just finished off the second half of Ezra that we were reading. Actually, there might be more. But anyway, yeah, we're at the part where they realize their sin, and they're sending their foreign wives and children away, which would have been a very hard thing for them to do. But that's not the thing that stood out. The thing that always stands out for me is Ezra's decision not to take an armed escort. He had been bragging to the king about the power of God. And it says that he was chosen for this because the power of God was with him. And this obviously was seen by the king, and he was quite impressed with it, and turned around and gave Ezra all the stuff from the temple, gave him gold and silver and all kinds of other things, and gave him all his support. And the elders of the kingdom also backed Ezra up, and so Ezra was sitting there with all these exiles returning to Jerusalem, and he has all this money, and the route was known as a dangerous route, that there were bandits and thieves and all kinds of things along the way. And Ezra said, I've been bragging about God, how powerful He is. I can't ask the king for an armed escort. It's along the lines of, we're supposed to learn from our past mistakes, right? So with David and the whole Ark of the Covenant, and him trying to bring it up, and the Ark, the oxen stumbling, and the dude reaching out to protect the Ark, and God striking him down dead because God could not leave the impression that he couldn't defend himself. He can look after himself. He can look after what belongs to him. And that's really what Ezra was testifying about, that God's power will protect us because we belong to Him, and this is His purpose. And it's like, wow, okay, that's a big one. We have to be very careful that what we testify about, we live. We have to be very careful that when we say that our God is our defender, that we run to Him to defend us, and we don't look for other sources. When we say He's our provider, that we trust Him. When we say that He's our joy, He's our peace, that when the storms hit, that we don't lose our head, because we're being watched. We are being watched. People want to know whether we're real. They want to know whether our faith is real. They want to know whether God is real, and they're watching us. And they're watching us because our testimony isn't with our words, although that's part of it. Our testimony is with our actions. It's whether we live those words. It's whether we actually live what we say that we do. And in many ways, we have failed in this. And Ezra's decision is important to us. It should be important to us. It should be important to us the way that we live out our days and our lives. And it should be important that we're careful of what we say, that we testify to God's goodness, but we then live that goodness. And we trust. So that's something for you to really chew on today. It's a good bone to chew on. Look at your life, examine yourself. Am I trusting? Am I living this? This is who I say I am. This is who I say God is. Am I actually doing that? So you be blessed in this day. Be used by Him. Make your declarations, and then walk into those declarations. I'm a child of God. I'm a child of God. I'm going to live as a child of God. I'm going to be dependent on my Father for the things that I need, and I'm not going to doubt, and I'm not going to fear. He is good. God is good, and He's in a good mood, and His goodness towards me is extravagant. I'm going to live that today. So you be blessed, be encouraged, and we'll see you all soon.